I want to talk about the one thing that was actually killing my closing rate when I first started signing clients for my AI marketing agency. Every time I got off a sales call and I heard the objection, oh, I need to think about it, in my head I was like, oh, that's totally fine. I'll just let him go throughout the day. I'll just follow up with him the next day and hopefully he shows up to our next booked call. But here's what I actually figured out after hopping on hundreds of sales calls. Whenever you hear the objections, I need to think about it, it almost never means that the actual client needs to think about it. Most of the time their answer is already a no, and that's not because of their fault, it's actually because of my fault. I was taking these sales calls the wrong way every single time without realizing it, and that's what lowered my closing rate. And once I started applying this 4-step method that I'm going to show you guys in this video, I started closing a lot more. I'll also show you guys how to use this 4-step method and how to actually start closing for your AI marketing agency step by step. Okay, so here's a framework that you actually need to understand before even getting on any of these sales calls. Every single business owner that you actually get on a call with has a scale on their head that they're thinking about on the call every single time. And on that side of the scale is actually fear, meaning that they've been burnt by other agencies before, they don't know if Google or Meta ads will work for them, they don't want to spend a lot of money, they have a partner or a wife that actually involves within their situation of making a decision for themselves as well too. And on the other side of the scale is actually desire. That means more leads coming in, more book jobs coming in, more revenue coming in. They have to stop relying on word of mouth and referrals, and they actually can start scaling their business without even implementing anything but paid ads. And your job within the whole sales call is to make sure that the desire side of the scale is way heavier than the fear side of the scale. And that's how you're going to handle every sales call. And when it comes to decision making, they already have a decision in their head, which is going to be a yes. And here's a problem. Most agency owners, as well as myself too, I did this for a very long time, they tip the scale the wrong way from the beginning of the call. They go through the fear side of it, meaning that you're just being straight up honest and transparent with a business owner from the start. Saying things like, oh, I want to be upfront with you, this is actually going to be a real investment for you, or even worse, saying things like, oh, leads are actually going to take a long time to generate, so you're going to have to be patient. Or even worse, you say that, oh, I want you to be fully prepared for what's actually coming. All of these things that you're going to say will turn off the business owner and will actually scale down the fear. And you're probably thinking that you're being professional and you're actually building trust with a business owner, but in reality, every single time you say one of those sentences, you're actually keep on weighing down this fear side of the scale. Losing $1,000 hurts more than winning $1,000 feels good. And that's why it automatically and naturally, the heavier side of the scale is always the fear side of it. And when you start up on the sales calls and at the beginning you just start being transparent and real with the business owner, you're just literally adding more weight onto the fear side of it, and you're just gonna make them scared. And in their head, they already have a decision, and that decision is gonna be no, because they're gonna have fear. So I started tracking every single prospect that actually was almost ready to sign. And every single time, every one of those prospects actually never showed up. And that's not because they found another agency, that's not because they found a better offer than I was offering, but simply because they were actually taking so long to make the deal, to make a decision within my offer. And that kept weighing down the fear side of the scale. And there's actually a research behind this as well too. When people actually face these types of decisions, they choose to do nothing. And that's because the right choice isn't nothing, but nothing is actually the safest choice that they have. So every hour after the prospect actually gets off the sales call with you, the fear side of the scale actually starts getting heavier and heavier. Their wife asks whether this is a right investment. They see their bank account, the numbers aren't looking right. They start overthinking that, oh, what if this agency is the same agency that previously ran my ads? What if we don't generate results? What if? And they all start adding up all into the fear side of the scale. And this is why 60% of these deals aren't actually lost to competitors, but they're actually lost to no decision making. All of these business owners, they actually don't make the decisions at all. And at the end of the day, People who said they're actually interested within your offer and services, they end up disappearing out of nowhere. Once I understood this, everything about how I sell actually changed. Because now I realize that every single minute that you're actually on these sales calls, you're actually keep on weighing down the scale of fear. And let me tell you guys exactly a story that happened to me early on within my marketing agency and how I lost a deal with a business owner. And this guy was perfect. He had the budget. He had the problem within his business as well too, which he was relying too much on referrals and word of mouth, which in slow seasons, that killed his business. He was already spending money on ads every single month, which they were not converting for him. And within the sales call that we had, he literally told me to my face that this is exactly what I need for my business. And I did what I thought every single professional agency owner would do. I was being upfront with him. I told him that this is going to be an expensive investment for you. And I was also scaring him by saying that results will take time, so you're gonna have to be patient. And all of that literally kept weighing down his fear side of the scale. He said, okay, that's perfect, it all makes sense, let me think about it and actually speak to my wife about it. I followed up with him after for 3 weeks, and he never ended up coming back, and I never ended up hearing from him again. And the painful part about this is that this hasn't happened only once. It's happened multiple times. I've lost so many deals and I've gotten a lot of no's because I was actually the one scaring the business owner from making their decisions, and I didn't realize that until I actually started going over my sales calls. And within these 4 steps I'm about to show you now, you actually need to start implementing them within your sales calls so that you actually start closing a lot more deals. Okay, so here's the 4-step method. Step 1 is what I call the weight audit. Before you even start pitching your agency services within these sales calls, you need to start understanding how heavy these business owners' problems are. Because if you go into a call without knowing the business owner's problems, you're just gonna be straight up talking to him, and he's not even gonna realize that he's running into some of these problems. So you're gonna make the business owner actually state himself what problems he's currently running into and what actually keeps him up at night. And here's a question that I usually ask at the start of these sales calls. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much is not having a consistent lead system costing your business every single day? And not only money, but stress-wise as well too. There's no consistency and you're always digging deep to try to get your next lead and hoping it comes. And if they give you a number, let's just say they say the number 7, don't try to argue about it and say, oh, it's way lower than you think, but actually ask them a follow-up question. So what makes that number a 10 out of 10? And now you're actually getting the business owner to actually start talking and opening up about his problems. Actually, they start listing some of these problems that they had. How are they not getting all of these leads that are coming in every single month? How are they not following up with every of these leads that are coming up? How can they actually get a consistent lead system that's bringing them consistent lead every single month? And what they'll do within the listing side of it, they're actually keep on adding weight to the desire side of the scale now. And that's them doing it, not me or you within these sales calls. And whenever they actually start listing out their problems, I actually start calculating it with them within the sales calls as well too. I actually say it out loud with them. Let's just say you're missing out on 5 of these leads every single month, and every one of these leads is costing you $10,000. So you're missing out $50,000 every single month and $600,000 every single year because you actually don't have the right system to actually keep capturing these leads. And every single time you say that type of sentence or that type of response, it keeps on adding weight to the fear side of the scale for the business owner. And if they try to object to you and say that your services are too expensive, let them talk. And whenever they stop talking, ask them one question. What does your business look like in 6 months if you actually end up making this decision and going through with it? Because now, even if they don't have the right answer, you actually have the numbers to run them through it. If you bring them 5 clients a month, that's $50,000. $50,000 in a year, that's $600,000. Divide that by 2, you're missing out on $300,000 within the next 6 months if you actually don't make this decision. So now they actually start really thinking about it. And whenever you do start saying that and responding like that, you're actually not convincing them, but you're convincing their brain to actually influence them into convincing themselves. And that's how you're actually going to close these business owners, because you're showing them exactly how much money they're missing out on if they don't go through with this deal, because they're making $300,000 in 6 months when the investment and the upfront payment for your services is $2,000 and $5,000 only. Step number 4 is actually the full close, and by this time the full side on the scale within the desired side of it should be full of weights. Now within this step, most agency owners actually get it wrong, meaning that they ask the wrong questions. Hey, would you like to move forward with this? When in reality, you need to ask, hey, does this actually fit what you're actually trying to solve? And when you're asking them that type of question, you're not actually trying to make them a decision, but you're actually trying to get them to decide on what the scale already shows. And also, whenever you ask that question, go silent for 5 seconds, because whoever talks first will automatically lose. Now, some of these prospects actually will not close within the first call. And here's where agency owners start making mistakes within all of these follow-ups, and that's just the reality side of the business. They send messages like, oh, just checking in on you, oh, do you have any questions for us? And all of those texts are actually not making the business owner make any of those decisions at all. Instead, your follow-up messages should be around their pain points that they actually talked about within the sales call. The second type of follow-up message that you can be doing is sending them something that they can actually utilize for their business, whether it is an SEO audit, whether it is what you'll be doing for their business, whether it is a full document behind their business, whether it is a landing page that they can use within their business as well too. And that will help you close these prospects as well too, and get them on a second call to close them. Follow-up number 3 that you guys can actually be doing with these business owners is actually showing them a real life story of a similar business to theirs, how you help them scale. So here's what I actually want you to take from this video. Every I need to think about it is actually a decision that's already made within the business owner. So don't let them say that within the closing call, and actually take over and utilize these 4 steps that I showed you, so you start closing these business owners. And if you're looking to actually start and scale your AI marketing agency, start closing these clients every single week and hit your first 10K month, make sure you DM me the word agency on my Instagram. My team will follow up with you, make sure that you're a good fit, and I can actually help you one-on-one to start and scale your AI marketing agency. And if you haven't watched my video on how I actually use Google Maps to find my AI marketing agency clients, make sure you go in my description to watch it. And if you like this video, drop a sub button, drop a like, comment on what you want to see next, and I'll see you in the next video.